Hey there, Cancer. How's it going? Hope everything's well with you. Let's see what we got here for you to get into this. Starting off with your energy coming into this week. We got the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords here. All right, so we're getting close to something here for sure. Something for you in your life, Cancer. Some sort of a completion here with 2 9s, of course, because the next cards after are 10s. 10s are completions in tarot. So we're getting really close to some sort of a completion here. I feel like it's definitely something finance related or something in your material world, at least here, or something that you've put a lot of value into for sure with that 9 of Pentacles here. So I really like that. That's really good. I feel like this is something, while you're working towards something really awesome and beautiful here, that 9 of Swords is really kind of taking its toll on you, because you can feel like a lot of anxieties and fears and such are building up in you with the 9 of Swords. So it can really represent some nightmares, some sort of like your deepest, darkest thoughts and stuff, like things that really worry you, keep you up at night. With the 9 of Swords, though, it's a lot of it is stuff that you give power to that doesn't normally wouldn't have power, right? You can see here with this quilt or this bed sheet that's on this person, there's roses, and it's to say that you're in a bed of roses, meaning you're in actually a really good position here. It's just kind of one of those things where you might be kind of overthinking something, right? And that's causing you to put in a lot of fear and doubt into a situation here. With that Queen of Cups, that's a good sign here for you, Cancer, because the Queen of Cups represents all 3 water signs, so yourself, a Pisces, and Scorpio. So that means you're coming in a pretty strong way here at this time, which I really love. With the Queen of Cups as well, I feel like right at this time, your intuition is on point. I feel like that's really doing good work for you at this time. I feel like you're also very in tune with others around you at this time, very empathetic, really kind of knowing what's going on with others around you, which is really great. Because Queen of Cups is really nurturing, and she was very motherly, of course, when it comes to your emotions and such. So hopefully that's all going good for you at this time. So let's get into some clarifiers here for you and see what we got going on. Try not to mind that noise in the back. If you can hear that, that's the cats deciding they want to play all of a sudden. Always right when I start recording. Any other time they don't care. But let's clarify your energy here, see what we got going on. All right, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, so yeah, definitely some the 3 of Pentacles as well. Wow. So yeah, definitely something on the material level for you. That could be money, could be just like growth in general in your life at this time. Maybe you're upgrading, upgrading parts of your home, or maybe you're buying a home, something like that. Or again, something you just put a lot of value on as well. Pentacles can represent that too. With the Ace, the 3, and the 5 here, we're really talking about this is something, a new beginning here for you, for sure, with that Ace of Pentacles. This is this new opportunity for you, something to grow of value here, not just from what you're currently going into here with that 9 into the 10, right? But then we're going to start up something new. Like it's going to be almost as if we're achieving something big to start growing something else that's going to be even bigger, which I think is really beautiful. And I feel like the 3 and the 5 back that up, because there's that natural growth, right? From 1, 3, 5, of course. So I think that's really awesome. With the 3 here, it could be you're working with some people at this time, whether that's people at your job or something like that, or just people in your life in general. You're kind of working with them to try and accomplish something. Like I say, maybe this is for some of you out there, where you're buying a new home or you're moving or something like that, and maybe you're moving with your partner or just with some people that you know, some people in your family or some roommates or something like that. With that 5 of Pentacles here as well, again, that 5 of Pentacles can represent some negative power, right? Because the 5 of Pentacles can talk about being left out in the cold. You can see these people here are sort of out in the winter. Hello, Spike. And some people here, they're kind of left out in the cold, and they're kind of looking like they feel like they're kind of downtrodden, they've been abandoned, that sort of thing. And you might feel that way. You might feel like things aren't really working out for you, like I say, with those worries with that 9 of Swords down here, right? Oh, excuse me. But what the 5 of Pentacles challenges you to do is to focus on the positive, on what you have going good in your life at this time, and really focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses, right? Whereas that 9 of Swords kind of really just hyper focuses on the negatives. The 5 of Swords, or the 5 of Pentacles rather, gives us the opportunity to focus on the positive and really emphasize that and push the back, the kind of the weakness, the negativity to the back where it should be, where it, you know, you don't want to be dealing with any of that because there's so much good going on here aside from that. So let's look at some challenges you might be facing this week here. Cancer, we got some pop outs for you. Oh, we got all three. Look at that. So we got the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Three of Pentacles repeating here. That's really interesting. When you have a card repeat in tarot, if you're new to tarot, that's a strong message. It's sort of like a pay attention here. So that Three of Pentacles repeating is really telling us that, like, really focusing down on working with others, right, at this time. Try to be as cooperative as possible. That may be a bit of a challenge for you at this time because we got some of that negativity looming with that Nine of Swords and that Five of Pentacles. But try to be as cooperative as possible and try not to overstep as well, right? You don't want to kind of do more than you should, but you also don't want to lag behind and not be helping out and fulfilling your end of a partnership too. So be aware of that this week. With the Hierophant and the Hermit here, those are Taurus and Virgo's cards respectively. More earth signs here. Pentacles represent the earth signs, much like the Queen of Cups represents water, which would be yourself here, Cancer. So just lots of earth here for sure here. So you could have one of those two signs, Taurus or Virgo, in your chart, or you could be dealing with one of those two signs this week as well. If you got that in your chart, that's, even though it's in your challenges, that is still a strong sign. That is saying, like, you are coming in a powerful way still. Maybe not as strong as if it were being your energy or in your outcome, but you're still coming in a strong way. With the Hierophant here, we're really talking about you know, being open to learning lessons, being open to new ideas, being open to sort of keep in mind that you can be taught something, right? There may be new ways to do things that you maybe not thought of before, right? Like an old dog learning new tricks, those sort of things. Maybe there's going to be some sort of lesson to be taught for you here. Maybe there's something out of this experience that you're going through right now that is going to teach you something, maybe not just about yourself, but about whatever this is that you're going through. Or maybe just teach you a bit about, like, what you value here, because there's a ton of pentacles in your reading here. So maybe just really focusing down on learning something of value here this week as well. So be open to that. Try not to kind of be like, oh no, I know what happened, right? Try to be a little more receptive to that as well. And with the Hermit, you got to keep in mind with the Hermit that you're going to be gaining a good perspective on this week what is something you really want in your life here. You can see with the Hermit, there's the star in his lantern, and the star is Aquarius's card, but the star talks about making wishes. It talks about what do you want to come true, and the Hermit has what he wants to come true in his lantern here, and he's gonna use that to guide him forward into the future. Like, he has a small idea, a little star here, but he's gonna find the big star eventually. That's what he's really going for. And with the Hermit, this is really nice because I feel like you know what you want. It's just kind of whether you're going to follow that light or not, right? And I feel like the lessons that could be learned this week are going to be very important for that, as the Hermit is facing the Hierophant in this particular situation. So let's get some clarifiers going for this and see what we got for you here. All right. And then we're going to get into your outcome cards. All right. So we got the Wheel, the Queen of Cups again, and the King of Wands here. All right. So that Queen of Cups, that's interesting. The Queen of Cups and the Three of Pentacles are both repeated now. With the Queen of Cups, again, we've been looking at the Queen of Cups as you. So I feel like, especially with that, it coming down on the Three of Pentacles, you got to know your place in the team. You got to know your place in what's going on here and make sure, again, you're not overstepping, but you're also not under delivering as well. You got to make sure you're fulfilling your role, whatever that may be, whether that's, you know, just being open to communication, open to lessons, open to new ideas here and things at this time. With this King of Wands here, you may be dealing with a fire sign this week. You could be dealing with any sign really, but it's a general reading. But maybe particularly a fire sign. Could be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. But the King of Wands might be someone you're just dealing with, someone who may be a little older than you, or maybe someone in an authority position, someone who maybe has power over you at this time. So maybe like if you're buying a home from somebody, maybe dealing with like a realtor or something like that, or maybe just dealing with your boss or whoever, right? But this is kind of a person that goes out and they're a real go-getter, right? They're really kind of someone that's like, I want to achieve what I want to achieve here. And maybe that's who you're working with that Three of Pentacles as well. Maybe that's the kind of person, and they kind of maybe want you to match up with that energy. Maybe that's the challenge here, because the King of Wands also came out on the Three of Pentacles too. So maybe that's the kind of thing here, is that you and this King of Wands, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, maybe you two need to match energy. Like you need to match up with each other, because we're talking about how your intuition, your empathy is kind of on point this week. Maybe you need to use that to match up with them, to really see like, okay, this is where they're coming from. This is the angle they're trying to achieve. So let's kind of work with that as best we can. With the Wheel of Fortune here as well, the wheel talks about momentum. It talks about, luck, and whether the wheel will be turning for or against you here. And right now, where it's in the challenges, it may be turning against you at this time, or it may start turning against you. But I feel like you have a real opportunity to spin it the other way and make it work for you. So let's get into your outcome cards here in just a second. Before we do, thank you for being here. Hope this has helped you out. Hope this is resonating with you. And if it is, you can always hit that like button down below. Helps out the channel a ton. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you really like what I do here. That also helps me out and helps you find me every week easier, so you can check these readings out all the time. So let's take a look at your outcome cards here. We got the Justice card, we got the Five of Swords, and we got Temperance showing up here. Justice is Libra's card, so you may have Libra in your chart, might be dealing with a Libra, and Temperance is Sagittarius, so the same goes for them. If either one of those are in your chart, let me know down below. Always love to hear about that. But with Libra, the Five of Swords and Temperance here, Justice, the Five of Swords and Temperance here, Justice really talks about being fair, finding justice for all, right? And we were talking about that back here, maybe matching that person's energy, and maybe trying to communicate with them so that you guys are both kind of on the same wavelength and both on the same level here. So I feel like that's going to be super important. With the Five of Swords, this card is all about being driven. It's all about trying to accomplish your goals. You can take it that one step too far, like this person here in the card does, where he kind of goes and he'll win as underhandedly as possible, right? He has all the swords, whereas the other two people here do not, right? Like he had every advantage and they didn't. And you could take it that far, and that's kind of a nasty way to go with it. But at the same time, you could be driven and you just be like, I want to win, and I'm going to do everything within my means to win as well. So maybe get to your victory, get to what you're trying to accomplish back here by any means necessary. And I feel like, operating within the parameters of everything fair for everybody with the Justice card there, for sure you're going to get there. I feel like that's really going to expedite this. With Temperance here as well, we're looking at different avenues of things here. You can see the angel is mixing these two liquids between these two cups here, trying to find the right balance. What is the perfect solution here, right? And that's what you got to be here, right? You got to be in there mixing it up, being experimental, being open-minded. We were talking about that a bit with the Hierophant back here, kind of trying to open your mind to what is going on and what solutions could possibly be there for you. So let's take a look at your outcome cards, and then we're going to wrap everything off with an oracle message for you here. We'll be taking a look at your prosperity message, see what's going on, all right? So let's see what we got for you here. We got the Nine of Cups, the Hangman, and the Strength card. Look at that. There's a lot of people popping up in your reading for sure. So I feel like I feel like maybe you're working on a team for a lot of you here, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got like 7 or so people popping in here with your reading. So that's very interesting. With the Nine of Cups, the Hangman, and the Strength card, really good combination here. The Hangman is taking a look from a different perspective. So that's like where we're talking about back here. Maybe you need to match up energy with that King of Wands. So I really like that. That's awesome. So I feel like you really need to kind of look at things from their perspective, from their eyes, to help you kind of understand maybe what kind of way they're coming at this situation from, right? Try to understand that maybe they're going through something a little tough right now, or maybe they're trying to accomplish their own goals. So how can we best do that for both of us, for everybody, right? With the Justice card. With the Strength card here, that's Leo's card. You may have Leo in your chart, might be dealing with a Leo again. Let me know down below. But the Strength card talks about your strength, and not necessarily your physical strength here, but your inner strength, your willpower, like the things that make you you, right? And the Strength card talks about this infinite potential. You can see this infinity sign above this person's head here. It represents really this infinite potential that you have in you, this infinite wellspring of strength, if you so wish to dig down into it. And really, I feel like that's going to be something important, is you focusing on your strengths. We talked about that too as well with the Five of Pentacles, how you should focus on your strengths, focus on what makes you you, and not focus on the negatives here, which is very good here. I love this. And the Nine of Cups, it talks about satisfaction, fulfillment. So I feel like for all of you, this is going to be a real situation where this is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment coming through this challenge on the other side and accomplishing your goals and accomplishing what you want. And I'll notice here, we have 4 nines here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Underneath, we have the Nine of Swords. And also the Hermit is number 9 in the Major Arcana. So just, you're really close to something here, really close to that fulfillment, really close to accomplishing everything you want here. It's just a matter of, I feel like, lining up energies with somebody else here, lining up energies with your team, with whoever you're working with to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish here. So let's get into your Oracle card, your Oracle message. We'll get into your prosperity message, see what we got for you here. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you here, Cancer. And let's see what we got for you, all right? We got soulmates. Oh, let's take a look. Number 41. Oh. Cards are cards. They're so hard to find. All right, let's see what we can find here with the prosperity message. All right, for your soulmates, strategic allegiances are the most important right now as you begin to attract people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. That's awesome. So really, that's what we were talking about. Those 3 of Pentacles doubling up here. We're talking about working together. We're talking about being on a team here. We're talking about seeing things from other people's perspectives, right? Like, this is really all working towards what you want here ultimately, but you just got to know, like, your place in the group. You got to know who you're working with. Got to know that everybody's on the same page here. So I think that's really beautiful. So hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully that resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel though, Cancer, you can hit the thumbs up. That like button helps out a ton. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to come back here and see me every week. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. And I'll see you next time.